Alright guys, welcome back to the workbench. Today I kind of wanted to talk about something I thought about over the weekend and kind of on Monday. I had the day off. And that question is, does the hobby have to be expensive? At least to get started. Or, maybe you don't want to invest like crazy amounts of money. As you can see, I have invested a good portion of my, income to this hobby, which, some people will, you know, everybody has their own hobby. You spend your money on your leisures how you please. But this may be a lot less popular for the channel, but this is a hobby, and this is just kind of secondary because I just feel like sharing. But I'm really into Mobile Suit Gundam, and so I decided to pick up some kits, and these are just the cheap ones. I got this for $10. And I did go on a little bit of a spree. I found this one for $10. This one, actually, I got 40% off at Hobby Lobby. It's normally, I think, 16. This one was like 11. And then this one was 15. And these are just the high grades, so it's kind of the lower end, not as, this would be, your cheaper equivalent, like a cheaper scale model kit, maybe like an old Academy or something, where it's not as detailed, but, it's good. And, it's just something I've been into for a while, and having all the stuff, to build, scale models, I thought it would be a good time, and I'm enjoying it. I've started working on it, but it got me thinking, when I started, like I say, I started with miniatures, and, if you've ever bought anything Games Workshop, it's really expensive. You're $50 for like a small kit. And so I kind of put together, like, we'll go on this side. Let me grab. We'll go on this side. Maybe if you're into Gunpla. This is the box of that MiG I did. This one was I think $10.99. This one was about the same. And so I just kind of wanted to put a list together of what you kind of just need, like the essentials to start. You've got your nippers. These are a no-name brand. I think I got these. I don't even know, because I honestly got these when I was a mechanic to cut zip ties, and I just kind of carried them over. They might be from Harbor Freight. Pretty cheap. You've got your X-Acto knife, couple bucks. That might even be the real essentials for tools. I mean, we could add, maybe some abrasives. Optional, obviously. You need glue. And your kits. Obviously, that is kind of your base, tool wise. I'm trying to think. I would say that's probably, as far as tools, if you're just getting started, your first model, that's probably all you're gonna need. Now, what about your paint? Let's say you're gonna do just your basic kit. So like this guy right here, I picked up these, and I mean, you look at the box art. Essentially, these would be the only two paints you need. You want to throw in a primer. We'll say this is a rattle can. You buy your Rust-Oleum can. You want to do your MIG here. You buy you buy a thing of gray paint, or even a silver or an aluminum. That could be your main color. These are $2.90 a jar. This might be a little more expensive. You've got your you get more paint. It might be like 6 or 7. And then, let's pretend this is just your rattle can of primer. These are a little more expensive. These are like $3.99, I think I got them for, or $2.99 maybe. I can't remember. So you've got $10. We'll save in this economy. We'll save $5 for primer. So you're 15. We're $6 here for paint. Your paint colors. You're at 21. I want to say these are probably about $10 at your Harbor Freight, or just your cheap nippers. Probably about $10. You're 30. Probably $5 for a blade. 35. This is about 6. And then these are optional. Like the first modeler probably. I didn't have these when I first started. That I probably saw someone in a video or something using these. So we'll even get rid of those. So you're probably 40. I'd say $40. Maybe a little less. You can get away with these are interchangeable, obviously. But yeah, you could get yourself a decent kit. I use this as an example. It's just, if I didn't have all this stuff and I wanted to build Gunpla, you don't need to build your stash right away. That's something, many would argue don't have too big of a stash. And then if you enjoy the hobby, you're about $40 in, with tax. We'll say 45, depending on where you live. And then you can slowly grow into it. I guess we'll let's grab one thing I forgot. You grab yourself some cheap brushes. This is a pack like this. We'll say for a decent start, you're about $50. Give or take. This was about $10. This was $10. You shop a deal. I found this kit on Facebook for, I don't know how much retail this is, but I picked it up for 10. So you shop around, you can find something cheap. You don't need to go out and get an airbrush and everything. Decal thinners or solvents. All the extra stuff that comes later. That's just my opinion. I think a lot of people will go on YouTube and they'll see. I'm one to talk. I've got the whole shebang here. This is about a year-ish, of basically pretty fast I caught on to wanting to do this hobby. So, you know, it's something you devote yourself to. It kind of takes you out of that, you know, you work, you stress out. You know, this is kind of your fortress of solitude. And, you know, you just kind of slowly build on that. I didn't have all this in a day. It's just something you grow into if you enjoy it. But I'd say for about $50, you could probably even do less, you know. You could probably start out with just a knife and just cut things with your knife out of your sprues. You don't need to go fancy. Like I say, just pretend this is I mean, you could do something even cheaper than a rattle can. I think this was like $2. Just get you some brush on primer. That would take a while, but you know, it things like that exist. You can do these kinds of things. But let me know what you guys think. If you're a beginner or you're looking to start, take a look at these things. I would say if you're starting, try to find your local hobby shop. They'll just have a lot more variety. Of like kits, they'll have a lot more of your lower end stuff. It's not even lower end. This is just an older kit, so they don't charge as much. Still a great kit. Still looks good on the shelf, or my son's dresser is where it is right now. You know, still looks great to this day. And you can kind of see if you enjoy it, and then maybe move into something more complicated. You know, whatever you're into. I don't have any armor kits currently, or I'd put that up there. You know, I don't have any ship kits. It's not something I'm necessarily into, and haven't looked into that much, so I can't speak for them. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. When you started out, you know, a lot of you, at least if I'm to believe the demographics on here, you know, you were buying paints for cents, you know, probably just those little testers paints for, you know, 70 cents or whatever, and kits were a lot cheaper. Or if you're new, you know, or you're looking into it, let me know what you think. Yeah, just shop around, guys. Try to visit your local hobby store. I think you'll find a lot more bang for your buck there. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.